another episode of Okanagan Film and Animation Spotlight. Today we're talking all about animation. We all know that the Okanagan is a really busy place for filming, but did you know that it's also a bustling hub for the animation industry? Let's take a look. Hi, I'm here with Rick Michelle from Artist Animation Studio. Hi, Rick.
Good to see you, Julie. Thanks for coming.
Just to let our viewers know, what are some well-known productions that you've made happen?
Yeah, I worked on some pretty great animation productions I'm very proud of. I did the series based on several of the Sony Pictures animation movies. So I worked on Hotel Transylvania, the series, and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the series. And the one that really gets everybody going is that when I was running a studio called Bardell, we got to do several seasons of Rick and Morty, which is such a huge, audience pleaser. So, interesting thing about Rick and Morty, which, is such a popular show. I mean, people, when I wear my Rick and Morty sweatshirt, people stop me in every coffee shop, oh, where'd you get that? Yeah. But part of Rick and Morty, when I was at Bardell, was done here in Kelowna. Bardell had a studio here where we did some of Rick and Morty. So there's been a great history. And Hotel Transylvania, the series, was done in this very studio before I acquired the studio and it became Artist Animation Studio. It was called Yeti Farm, and they did a season of Hotel Transylvania, the series, which I was executive producing for Sony. So a lot of connections to the Okanagan.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. That's awesome. So how important were the regional tax credits in getting you to bring your business here?
I mean, I can't say enough about how important those tax credits are. I mean, they give us a competitive advantage to Vancouver and the rest of the provinces, but they also, very importantly, help us attract talent to the Okanagan, because what happens is talent isn't going to move. Animation talent, artists aren't going to move here unless they feel there's going to be a continuous number of shows in production, right? They want to have a job for several years. They don't want to move their families and everyone here. So those tax credits, those regional and distant tax credits, give us that little extra advantage to make sure we can keep attracting work here, so that we can keep attracting talent to move here and work with us, especially the way the new credits are put into effect now. They have to come to a real studio with a physical presence like we have here. And so that's a big deal for us. It really helps us build a critical mass of talent.
So can you tell us a little bit about the economic impact here locally from Artist Animation Studio?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people realize our budgets are pretty significant. You're talking about, with say 2 productions a year, you're talking about probably, $8 to $10 million of revenue coming into Kelowna, right? And into this studio. So it's significant dollars coming in. That money, of course, is used primarily to employ all these artists and pay them a fair wage and benefits. And so, but it's a pretty big economic impact in terms of revenue coming into the Okanagan. Anywhere between 8 and 10 million a year is, it's not chump change.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us again soon on our next episode of Okanagan Film and Animation Spotlight.